Good afternoon. We welcome you back to the Lakeland Center here for the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals. Continues the Class 4A State Championship game. Looking forward to a good game this afternoon. The Lake Highland Prep Highlanders out of Orlando with a record of 28-3 as they're attempting to win their first state boys basketball title, and the Crest Panthers 23-7 looking for their third state championship in 5 years. Marty Paulman rejoining you here at the Lakeland Center, and be happy to be joined by the head coach of the Olympia High School Titans in Orlando, Mark Grisick. Coach, welcome to Lakeland. I know no stranger as a coach. You've been here with PK Young and Gainesville and Olympia, but I got you now on the other side of the floor here.
Yeah, I'd rather be on that side, but you know, I'm happy to be here with you.
Well, as we look to this game, we'll have the starting lineups in just a moment. I know you're very familiar with Lake Highland Prep, being in the Orlando area. You played the team this year. The #1 ranked team in 4A coming in. They rolled over Godby last night by 21 in the semifinals. And Jeff Turner really has this team playing well. And he has one of his top players maybe coming back today in Jay Henderson, who's been out for a while.
Yeah, I actually had a chance to talk to Jeff before the game, and you know, he's very happy with the way they've responded when Jay went down, and he's had some other kids step up, and you know, they're hoping to have him back a little bit today. He's still not 100%, but they do think he's going to play some, and you know, he's a big plus for them being their second leading scorer.
Well, as we look at the starting lineup for Lake Highland Prep at 28-3, a 6'1" junior guard, #1 BJ Simpson, #11 6'1" sophomore guard. The leading scorer is Joel Berry, who had 27 in the semifinal win last night for the Highlanders. #15 6'2" senior guard Jackson Crummett, #25 6'5" junior forward Landon Stokes, and #22 a 6'8" junior center Denzel Davis. And Lake Highland Prep, again, we mentioned, led by Joel Berry. On the other side, the Pinecrest Panthers making it here for the 6th year in a row. 6'5" junior guard #1 Calvin Klein, a 6'1" senior guard #2 Trevion Henry, #3 5'8" sophomore guard Lance Crawford, #42 6'8" senior center Miles Nolting, and #50 a 6'7" junior forward Romas Marcin Kavicius is a name that Coach Brisick said, you're going to have to say that one, or I'll just call him Romas. So as we look at these two teams, we get ready for the championship game. Good crowd on hand this afternoon as well. We had a good crowd, great crowd this morning as Tampa Prep won the 3A state title. But you said you had a chance to talk to Jeff Turner. On the other side, Pinecrest, David Beckerman. Well, he knows all about being in Lakeland. 6 years in a row, they won 2 state titles. They had Brandon Knight, who made it here every year. But I guess you know Pinecrest well because you were able to actually beat them here in the semifinals at PK Young when Brandon Knight was on that Pinecrest team.
Yeah, that was an advantage, being Brandon Knight was a freshman that year. And we had a good team, but he's done a really good job at Pinecrest. And, you know, a lot of people thought maybe after Brandon graduated that they'd fall off the map, but they have not. And I'm anxious to see the matchup with Henry and Barry. Trey Henry being you know, going to Northwestern for football and being a big, strong kid. I'm hoping that they'll be matched up. And you know, Barry is an outstanding player. I can't imagine what he'll be like in 2 more years, being only a sophomore. So it should be a really interesting game and an exciting game.
A reminder, if you want a DVD of this game or this broadcast or any game in 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals, go to FHSAAsports.com. Makes a great gift for family, friends of the team, even fans, or even players. Again, that's FHSAAsports.com. And we're about ready for basketball. And you talked a little bit about playing Pinecrest. And in the last 2 years, Brandon Knight moved on, and Pinecrest made the semifinals last year. They lost in the semifinal round in overtime to Rickards, a very good Rickards team, and then back in the state championship game. I think it maybe shows a little bit more about how David Beckerman, really a pretty good coach, is. This was more of a team effort on this Pinecrest team.
No doubt. They, you know, they got here last year, and now they've gotten to the final. And you know, he's continued to build, and you know, he's got some young guys in this lineup, and you know, they're probably going to be good for years to come here.
So Pinecrest will be wearing the black uniforms with the green letters and numerals, the white trim, and the green and white stripes. Lake Highland Prep wearing the white uniforms with the red letters and numerals, the red and black stripes. Jeff Turner, might remember him as a star player at Vanderbilt and also in the NBA with the Orlando Magic. I think he played for another team. I remember the Magic growing up. So when I see Jeff Turner, I definitely know the tall frame of the man.
Yeah.
Who's done a great job as the head coach in his 7th year at Lake Highland Prep, getting them to this level for the first time since 1984. That was the last time Lake Highland Prep had made it to the semifinals.
Jeff's a good guy and done a really good job. I've had the privilege to you know, get to know him a little bit, and he's a super guy and a really good basketball coach.
All right, we're ready for action. Nolting will jump against Davis, and Lake Highland Prep wins the tip. BJ Simpson early on with it. And now Crummett will try a 3 right corner. It's short, and the rebound goes to Nolting. Crummett last night had a couple of 3s in the win. Good 3-point shooter, had 8 points, but he misses it short, and now Pinecrest with their first possession.
Yeah, Crummett's the guy who's starting for Henderson.
Here's Henry now, runs into his own man. That will pull it out top of the key, and now across to Lance Crawford. Pinecrest trailed by 13 in the semifinals last night against Berkeley Prep. Outscored Berkeley Prep 41-15 in the second half to win by 13. There's a turnover. Quickly to Joel Berry. Berry back to Crummett, and Crummett lays it in with the left hand. Transition basket, and Lake Common Prep leads it 2-0.
Yep, turnover led to an easy layup. A little switching defense here.
So an early lead for Lake Common Prep in this 4A state championship game. Here is Calvin Klein and Nolting. He'll swing it back to Henry. Henry fakes a three. Now inside to a right-handed shot, no good by Klein. Gets his own rebound put back, no good. And we'll have a loose ball on the floor. Over the back call on Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein, the leading scorer on this Pinecrest team coming into the semifinals. And yesterday, 9 points. Is looking at Pinecrest yesterday, they had 6 players with 8 points or more. Marcin Kavicius had 13, Henry with 11.
Yeah, it looks like they've got a very balanced lineup.
Klein and Crawford had 9 and 8 points as well last night for Will Graff. They actually had Aaron Sharp also with 11, so they had 6 players with 8 or more points. Pass into the left corner, 3-point try for B.J. Simpson, in and out, no good. Loose ball on the floor, out of bounds. And I believe, let's see what the referee says. Lake Common Prep will keep it. Yeah, no, it looks like it could have gone either way.
They both missed that one.
And David Beckerman, he is a guy that will definitely show his emotion with the referee. He's already with his head in his hands early in this one. Upset with that call, but it will be Highlander ball.
A little coming off the screen for Barry.
And he's fouled. Barry fouled by Crawford on the right wing. Lance Crawford, his first, second team foul. Pinecrest, again, we mentioned the career of Brandon Knight. 4 years, 4 appearances in Lakeland, 2 state championships, another final appearance, and a Final Four appearance his freshman year, and of course 1 year at Kentucky, now with the Detroit Pistons. And again, Pinecrest, the last 2 years without Knight, has made it back to Lakeland. There's a turnover. Klein now drives all the way up and under, lays it in.
Move. A little Euro step at the end there to avoid the charge. That was a nice move.
Klein with the first basket, and now Barry's called for the offensive foul. Joel Barry will pick up the first foul of the game for Lake Common Prep.
Tough call there on him.
Joel Barry, and the referee signaled elbow. So that's the call. He was able to push off a bit, and the first foul goes against Lake Common Prep. Pinecrest with 2 early on.
Yep.
So it is a 2. And that pass, Barry lost it into the hands of Nolting, who lays it
Lucky
in.
to get that one.
Miles Nolting, I found out last night, heading to MIT, scores the basket.
The Pinecrest, outstanding academic school.
3 from the left corner is good for Denzel Davis. The big man hits the 3.
Yeah, Denzel can shoot it.
He's a junior, and he hits the 3. First of the game for either team. It's 5-4.
Yeah,
Pinecrest, sorry, go ahead.
Denzel's more of a perimeter player, actually, even though he's 6'7". Their main inside guy is Stokes, 25.
We'll talk about the Pinecrest school in a minute as Marcin Kevich just lays it in, draws the foul, and the big man will have a chance at a 3-point play. And you mentioned the academics at Pinecrest. David Beckerman talked about that in the post game last night. He mentioned Miles Nolting will be going to MIT. He's got plenty of players over 4.0 GPAs heading not just to play basketball, just to play to school. And Brandon Knight was over a 4.0 student, a very good student in Kentucky as well.
And Trey Henry going to Northwestern.
Yep,
that's
another big
nice
school.
Academic school there.
Play football as he will. He mentioned he'll play defensive back next year for the Northwestern Wildcats.
We actually got some good football players on the court right here. You got Trey Henry, B.J. Simpson's a running back for Lake Highland, and then Landon Stokes' dad played in the NFL, and he's a big-time football player.
Crummett for 2. The shot is short. Loose ball, though, is taken by Stokes. And now to Simpson. You can always tell the guys who are kind of built for football. Simpson, he's a point guard, but he looks like he could play running back. Simpson drives in, loses it underneath. Loose ball on the floor now in the hands of Barry. Had it taken away by Henry.
Wow.
And here comes Pinecrest up 2 as Henry over to the right wing. Calvin Klein for 3. It's short. And the rebound to Barry. Now Barry on the run.
This is where he's good.
1-on-2 in between defenders.
That's where he's really good.
You mentioned it. Nice move by Joel Barry, and he has a chance for a 3-point play. As that ties it up 7-all. Klein picks up his second. That's a big call.
That's a big foul on him.
3rd team foul, and already.
We'll see what Coach does here. We talked about this last game. The coach for Sagemont took his guys out when they got 2 fouls, and we'll see what he rolls with them.
Free throw for Barry is good. And Joel Berry completes the three-point play, and Lake Highland Prep back up 8-7. Good start to this 4A state championship game. Klein will stay in for now. And ball deflected, but they're going to say off of Pinecrest.
Yeah, I think he just lost it there.
So a turnover for the Highland, or for the Panthers, and it'll be Lake Highland Prep ball.
Yeah, they're going to take Klein out with the 2 fouls. Maybe, you know, he's going to probably need to come back with him at some point before the half's over.
Aaron Scharf checks in. He gave Pinecrest some good minutes off the bench last night. Really defensive intensity. Also scored 11 points, hit a couple threes as Pinecrest rallied. Really a tale of 2 halves against Berkeley Prep last night. Berkeley Prep shot 60% in the first half. They shot 25% in the second half. Pinecrest hit 10 of 15 in the second half as Barry nails a 3 at the top of the key.
Yeah.
6 points for Barry, and it's a 4-point lead now for Lake Highland Prep.
He gets that going, it's going to be tough to guard him.
Cross court to Henry. Henry will try a long 3. It's no good, back of the rim. And the ball out of bounds back to Lake Highland Prep. That'll lead us to our first media timeout with 3:49 to go here in the first quarter. So a good start. Back and forth early, but now Lake Highland Prep behind 6 points from Joel Berry takes the lead 11-7 over Pinecrest. Marty Paulman, courtside here at the Lakeland Center, along with the head coach of Olympia High School, Mark Grissick, as you see some of our other championship games. Chipley yesterday winning their first state boys basketball title, defeating Hawthorne 71-48 and won another championship for Orlando Christian Prep. I know in your area there, another dominant team. They
are
won
a good team.
48-29.
They are a good team. They pretty much rolled through that classification, the whole playoffs.
That was their closest game, 19 in the final, as they win another 2A state title. In 3A today, you saw the game. Tampa Prep beat Sagemont 58-50, and congratulations, Joe Finland, 29 years as a coach at Tampa Prep. They've made it here 7 times, and he gets that state title today. And
good,
I remember
good
you
for
said,
him.
I've been doing this a while, but man, I haven't been doing it that long.
I haven't been doing it 29 years. That's good for him. I'm happy for Joe.
Man, that was a pretty big win for Tampa Prep today. Had a good crowd on hand. And later tonight, we'll head into the 5A semifinals at 6 o'clock. Nature Coast comes in 29-1. They are having a big year. Terry Parker, their opponent at Jacksonville, and tonight in 5A, Plantation American Heritage in Lake Wales. And of course tomorrow, 6A, 7A, 8A semifinals all day starting at 10:05 a.m. here on the FHSAA network. We are back to action. Barry driving all the way up and lays it in.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be denied.
I think that's a bad, not a great move by Pinecrest to try to press them. He's so good in the open court. We'll switch here to the 1-3-1 for Lake Highland.
A 13-7 lead now for Lake Highland Prep. Cross court to Henry, now into a double team. Henry driving in the middle of the paint, had it knocked away, then back out to Crawford. Marcin Kevich's top of the key, back to Lance Crawford. Now to the right corner, 3 for Scharf is good. Boy, he has a strange looking motion, really.
It's a funky looking shot.
Overhand 3, but he hits it, does a good job with it. Simpson driving in. He's fouled underneath. And B.J. Simpson's going to shoot 2 as Henry going to pick up his first foul. Be the 4th team foul on Pinecrest.
Yeah, they cannot afford to lose Henry.
Yeah, early on in this game, I mentioned Scharf last night hit a big 3 in the second half, and Pinecrest was on the road back in that game, and he really brings a lot of intensity to the team as Simpson hits the free throw, plays good defense, and he actually harassed Berkeley Prep's top player Justin Gray into a couple fouls last night. He got in foul trouble. But the shot, you look at the shot, you think, how do you make that behind your hedge two-handed shot as Simpson hits both free throws, and it's back to a 5-point lead for Lake Highland Prep, who's shooting 57% early on. Pinecrest at 43% right now through the first 5 minutes of the game.
This is some good basketball going on, both teams.
There's Crawford into the corner.
Whoa.
Scharf again. That time it hit the side of the backboard, but Nolting with a rebound. He missed, tipped it up and in, and drew the foul. And Nolting now will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah. One of the weaknesses of that 1-3-1 is giving up offensive rebounds on the backside there, and that quick shot, I think, they weren't able to cover down the backside.
Nick Dean, who just checked in for Lake Highland Prep, gets his first foul. And Nolting will again with a chance to cut it to a 2-point Pinecrest lead, or Pinecrest deficit. As the free throw is good, so Nolting hits the free throw, and it's again a 2-point lead as Both teams shooting the ball well early in this game, holding on to it. Only 5 turnovers between the two so far in the first quarter. As Simpson now to Barry left wing. Barry being guarded by Crawford. Barry now will try a 3 way out with a man in his face. He hits it. Wow.
He's a special player.
Got to tip your hat to him there. 11 for Barry in the first quarter. He's
wow.
a sophomore, by the way.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And it's a 5-point lead again for Lake Highland Prep. Crawford now to Henry. He'll try a 3. It's short. Loose ball into the corner and taken away by Saxton. But they'll say he stepped out of bounds as Henry went over to try and take the ball away. And they'll go back to Pinecrest.
Yeah, I think I like Henry being more active, driving to the basket instead of settling for those long 3s right now.
He's another one of those guys who definitely looks like a football player.
There's no question. He's a superior athlete.
Here is Henry dribbling right in front of us on the right wing. Now around the screen, driving all the way up. There he is, driving in. And
I like him there. I like him there.
You called it.
Yeah.
And a chance for a 3-point play for Henry.
Yeah, I like him doing that.
That's the first
He's so
basket.
big and strong. I mean, he's compact. I mean, he's a tough guard.
First basket for Henry. Foul on Denzel Davis, his first. Both teams now with 4 team fouls. And the 3-point play opportunity for Henry. Free throw in and out, no good. Loose ball, and Barry has it in the corner. Now Barry across the timeline. Looking for a screen out of the right wing into the corner. Simpson. Now to Saxton. Saxton misses a shot underneath.
Got to make that.
Good look for him. Now Henry quickly ahead to Crawford. He'll try a 3 from the corner. It's no good off the rim and glass. And rebound, loose ball taken back by Nolte. Back to Crawford. Fakes a 3. Now he'll pull up from 12 feet. No good. Simpson had it. Now he'll be on the run for Lake Highland Prep. 3-on-2. He'll pull up. Free throw line. Jumper is good. 4 for B.J. Simpson. And a 5-point lead for Lake Highland Prep.
Some quick shots there by Pinecrest.
Crawford. As we approach a minute to go first quarter, Henry driving in, had that shot maybe blocked by Davis. Now a run out from Simpson. It's a 3-on-1. Tried to pass behind him to Dean, and Scharf came in to knock it away.
Nice hustle by Scharf there to get down there and deflect that.
Scharf is a senior on this team. They have a few seniors who, Henry's one of those seniors, but for the most part also Nolte, and a lot of guys that are sophomores and juniors. Lake Highland Prep, on the other hand, too. They're going to have most of these guys back next year.
Yeah, they're as long as Joel Berry's there, it doesn't matter who they got. They're going to be good.
So under a minute to go first quarter. Lake Highland Prep has the ball up 5, and Henry now cross court to Simpson. Simpson fakes 3, and Simpson called for traveling.
I thought that was a good move there to double Barry, come off of Simpson. Simpson's the guy, he's a football guy. He's kind of the guy, if somebody's going to beat you, you want to make it be him.
So it will be Pinecrest ball with now 45 seconds to go, opening quarter. Here's Henry. This is David Jean now on for Lake Highland Prep.
Yeah, David Jean would have been a starter for them. He had a serious injury in football, and he's only been back 3 games. But would have been a starter for Lake Highland. Very good player.
Crawford in cross court to Henry. I guess that's something, and I don't know how many football players you had playing for you, but something that you really, as a basketball coach, it's just something you kind of have to deal with these football programs. These guys get hurt in football.
Oh, yeah.
Basketball right on the heels of football season.
Joel Berry was an outstanding football player and gave it up after last year.
I think he's got a pretty good basketball career ahead of him.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Pass is tipped. Whoa, right into the monitor. Hey, nice catch. Coach
still
Chris
got it.
Saves the monitor.
I still got it.
That's what he's here for. He's got the hands. 3.9 to go, and Scharf will try a 3. Hits it right in front of our spot here. That was almost out of bounds.
Wow.
Scharf throws it in. How about that?
Man.
2 threes for Scharf in the first quarter, and Pinecrest trails it by 2.
Pinecrest got to feel good. I mean, their Klein was in foul trouble, didn't play the last 4 minutes, and they're down 2.
So our score at the end of the first quarter of this 4A state championship game, Lake Highland Prep 20, Pinecrest 18. We'll return to the Lakeland Center in just a moment here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to the Lakeland Center at the end of the first quarter. It's 20-18. Lake Highland Prep leading Pinecrest, and both teams shooting a good percentage in the first quarter. We'll get the numbers in just a moment, but a couple of threes for Aaron Sharp there at the end of the period. He had 6 to lead Pinecrest. On the other side, Joel Berry with 11 leading Lake Highland Prep. Marty Paulman along with coach of Olympia High School in Orlando, Mark Brissick, who just saved our monitor. So those of you watching at home and also our Play on Sports, just remember, the reason we don't need a new monitor is coach has got good hands. But good first period, and Pinecrest will get the ball to start the second quarter.
Looks like they're going to come out. Lake Highland will come in this zone. I've seen them trap. They'll come with a quick trap off the pass here.
Today's game being televised live on Bright House Sports Network in Central Florida, and you are listening to it statewide and worldwide here on the FHSAA network.
Oh, they're man-to-man. They're man-to-man.
And here is a jumper by Marcin Kevicius at the free throw line. It's short. Henry, though, with a rebound, put back up and in.
Wow. That was a strong rebound, a strong finish. I thought he got fouled. Still made it.
Henry with 4, and we're tied 20-all. 47% for Pinecrest in the first quarter, 64% for Lake Highland Prep, 7 of 11. Although 6 turnovers for the Highlanders, only 2 for Pinecrest. Rebounds 9-5 in favor of Lake Highland Prep. Offensive rebounds fairly even, as we'll have a foul coming up on Pinecrest. Crawford picks up his second, so now Klein and Crawford both have 2 fouls.
Yeah, it looks like Beckerman is going to, Coach Beckerman's going with, he's going to have Scharf go double Barry when he gets the ball. They're going to leave Simpson.
The inbounds pass goes to Barry.
Zone on the out of bounds. See if they stay in it.
Now Barry on the left wing. He'll dribble back. This time a little patience here for Jeff Turner's team. Now Barry with Scharf on him.
That's a tough matchup for Scharf.
Now to Simpson. Scharf now on Simpson. Simpson drives in. Right-handed floater is no good. Loose ball, and Marcin Kevicius with a rebound. Now Henry looks to run. Cross court to Crawford, who's now also in with 2 fouls. Klein set out the last part of the first quarter with 2.
Yeah. It's be interesting to see, like I said, if he brings them back. It didn't last game. Doesn't look like he's going to this game.
There's Crawford now to Henry left wing. Henry will try another 3, and he hits that one. Well, you mentioned he had a couple of one basket driving in. He got fouled, and he hits the 3s. He'd attempted a few already in this game. In fact, he is now 1 for 3 from three-point range, and it's a 3-point lead for Pinecrest. Barry up, can't get it to go, but he's fouled again. And Barry's going to shoot 2 more.
He is just almost impossible to stay in front of. He is, you know, I think of him as a, obviously not as good, but he's a Derrick Rose type player. I mean, he's just so strong getting to the hole and so quick with the ball. It's hard for any defender to stay in front of him.
Free throw good for Barry, who already has 12 points. He averages 21 a game.
I think he dropped about 29 on Olympia, so we didn't hurt his average.
That was in Ocala, Kingdom of the Sun. 3-point win for Lake Highland, 63-60. And I was talking to you before the game. They played everybody. They played Dr. Phillips.
They did. They played a very good schedule. Jeff knew he was going to have a really good team and put together a really good schedule. That was smart of him.
Both free throws good for Barry. Has 13. Loose ball on the floor. And before, let's see, do we have a timeout?
No, he fell out of bounds.
Out of bounds. So it'll be Lake Highland or Pinecrest ball up 1. 6:03 to go, second quarter. So inbounds pass for Crawford. Trying to get it in.
Oh.
And Pinecrest takes the first time out of the game with 6:03 to go here in the second quarter, and it's 23-22, Pinecrest over Lake Highland Prep. So Marty Paulman, court sideline with head coach of Olympia High School, Mark Brissick. And Coach, you want to tell the audience a little bit about yourself, your career in Olympia High School?
Well,
if you want to.
I spent 11 years at PK Young. You know, was fortunate to have some real good teams there, and been at Olympia now. This completed my 5th year. We went 20-8 this year and lost in the regional quarterfinals, and had 6 seniors this year, and got a kid, Derek Reese, going to Tennessee, and Mark Norelia going to Tulane, and got a kid named Trey Grisick. I don't know. I know that kid, I think.
Yeah.
He's going to St. Leo.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we had a good group.
Yeah, I know Central Florida really, it seems like, has kind of been the center of 8A basketball for a while. 6A, now 8A. As Winter Park, the last 2 years, Austin Rivers, I know you know him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Winter Park has a shot blocked, and then another shot missed by Marcin Kevicius. Now, he's playing at Duke, had a buzzer beater a few weeks ago that some people may have saw at North Carolina. As the 3 is short by Crummett. Ooh, push on the rebound.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's Mike Rideout and I talk about this. We've been coming here for I've been coming for 5 years now, and the opportunity to see guys like Brandon Knight and Austin Rivers, and you know, you see Patrick Young, you see these guys coming through, and you really are kind of blessed, because when they go on to do it, you see Austin Rivers hit a buzzer beater at North Carolina. Like, man, that kid did something.
Yeah, and it's amazing to think, wow, I was just watching him play in high school last year.
Yeah, just last year he was here.
Yeah.
Now,
it's like he's going to shoot it from there.
He did, and he fakes instead. Nice pass to Marcin Kevicius. He had it knocked away. And now Barry on the run. Barry between defenders. And now another defender drives in and misses the shot, but he's fouled. And he just has the ability to get to the free throw line whenever he wants to, it seems like.
He's just so fast and, you know, strong with the ball. When he gets in the open court, he's very good. There's another player in our area, Casey Hill at Montverde. I mean, they're very similar. I think Joel is just a better shooter. But when those two are in the open court, there's not a lot you're going to do about it.
As the free throw good for Barry, he has 14 already.
Yeah, he's very solid from the line, that's for sure.
And he hits both. So Lake Highland Prep back up 1, 24-23. Back and forth we go in the 4A state championship game. And again, coming up later tonight, we'll have 2 5A semifinals coming up. Nature Coast and Terry Parker, followed by Lake Wales tonight against American Heritage. Believe it or not, Plantation American Heritage, their first appearance in the state semifinals. They had some guy named Kenny Boynton playing for him. But
we were talking about that earlier. That Kenny Boynton, Ray Taylor, and Eloy Vargas on that team at one point.
But they were playing against Brandon Knight every year.
They were.
Final, so
they were.
Foul is on Denzel Davis's second, 5th team foul now. And Miles Dalton's going to shoot free throws. He has 5 points, and he hits the free throw again. Pinecrest, a very good free throw shooting team. Actually, both teams are very good free throw shooting teams.
These are both 2 really good teams. I mean, the quality of basketball we're seeing right now is very high.
And we'll have the substitution as Saxton back in for Lake Highland Prep. Free throw is good, so Nolting with 7. And Pinecrest now back up 125-24. BJ Simpson running the point for the Highlanders. Slowly across the timeline. Now to Barry, right wing. Barry cross court to Simpson. Simpson will try a 3. It's in and out. Rebounded, though, by Stokes. His shot blocked. And now here comes Scharf. Scharf around one defender. Scharf around Simpson. Misses the layup.
Couldn't get it.
Loose ball on the floor. And now here's Simpson. He's got it ahead to Barry. And Barry will dunk it home.
Miss it one end and executed the other.
17 for Barry. 17 of the 26 points early on. It's 26-25.
They don't hide the fact that he's their guy.
Why would you? I guess.
Yeah.
Driving in Crawford on the baseline. He lays it in.
Nice move.
Boy, both teams trading baskets. Back and forth we go. Crawford's first hoop. And it's a 1-point lead again, 27-26.
I like Coach Beckerman's strategy, though. Every time, he's been sending a guy to go double. Here he goes again. Leave it to Simpson, and then let's make Simpson make plays to beat us.
Underneath,
and
Simpson
he did that time.
Gets to Michael Saxton, who scores. He's a senior, and he gets his first basket.
He's in a bad spot. Ooh, got lucky.
Driving in and getting the bump and scoring is Will Graff. And he has a chance for a 3-point play. Graff last night had 8 points coming off the bench. She's another senior on this team as Stokes picks up his first foul. That's the 16th foul Lake Highland Prep, and back up one goes Pinecrest. Which fun is this right now? Boy, they are taking everything that
two well-coached teams. I mean, they're doing a good job of attacking that 2-2-1 half court, and Lake Highland's doing a good job attacking. I mean, this is a high-quality game. I can't say it enough.
Well, Joel Berry doing everything for Lake Highland Prep as Graff misses the free throw. On the other side, Pinecrest has already got contributions from 6 players. And it's a 1-point lead again as that free throw is no good. Here's Simpson across the timeline as we have 3.5 minutes now to go, second quarter. Simpson being guarded by Aaron Scharf. Now Simpson on a screen. Boy, lost his defender. Drives in, up and under. He's fouled. Simpson's going to shoot 2.
Yeah, Simpson's the guy, though, that has a tendency a little bit to try to do too much sometimes. And, you know, I think they have to be careful about that.
That is the 8th team foul on Pinecrest, second on Will Graff. We'll have 2 shots for B.J. Simpson, who's 4 points, 2 for 2 at the line so far today.
I mean, at this point, you know, I want anybody on Lake Highland shooting the ball besides Barry.
Free throw, no good. As Simpson misses the first. I think you're right. At this point, anybody on this Lake Highland Prep team you'd rather have shooting.
Yeah.
Second free throw, short. Take your chances with the rest of this team. That's kind of what Godby's coach said last night.
Oh, nice move.
As Henry drives and lays it in.
Wow.
And a blocking foul. A chance for a 3-point play for Henry.
2 on Barry.
That's a big call, too, with 3:16 to go in the second quarter. Barry gets his second foul. How about Travion Henry? 7 points in the quarter, 9 in the game. He's taken over as Pinecrest leads it again by 3.
I'll tell you this much. He is a college basketball player if he wanted to be. I mean, obviously, he's a very good football player, but he's a college guard at some level.
Bill Carmody might think about trying to put him on that Northwestern team up there. They are trying to make the NCAA tournament. What a game last night. They lost at the buzzer to Ohio State at home. As Simpson goes the other way off the missed free throw and called for the offensive foul. And you mentioned Simpson tries to do too much.
Tries to do a little too much. You know, just.
That time he did, and he got the charge. And that'll be his second 8th team foul.
Well, and the thing that the Lake Highland kids got to understand is it's the opposite of what we talked about. For Pinecrest, they want anybody but Barry to shoot. They need to recognize that and say, hey, we need to get Barry the ball.
Well, we have our media timeout with 3:09 to go here, second quarter, and Pinecrest leading Lake Highland Prep 31-28 in our 4A final. We've gone back and forth in this first half. Marty Palman along with Mark Grisick. And we've seen Joel Berry already put 17 on the board. But the other problem is that means the rest of the Lake Highland Prep team only has 11 points. So, but like you said, that's the thing. You kind of, and last night in the semifinals, the coach for Godby, Coach Colville, Andrew Colville, said, well, we didn't want Barry to beat us, but the rest of their guys started hitting shots. So that's the other problem. If you key too much on Barry, they do have some players who can get involved. And we haven't seen Henderson.
They do. Henderson hadn't played. I don't know that. It doesn't look like he's going to play.
He did play last night.
He's not 100%, which is a shame. He's a really good player too.
He's another sophomore too.
Yeah, he's another sophomore. Yeah, they're going to be loaded. They'll be nationally type. They'll be a national type team next year, I would assume. But yeah, they got to get some contributions. But if I'm Coach Turner, I'm saying, look, guys, you know, Joel needs to touch the ball. You know, when we come down the court. And, you know, if he gives it up, he gives it up or makes something happen. But now they're extending their defense just a little bit here, three-quarter court area.
Henry quickly across half court to Crawford. Crawford now around a double team to Henry, who fakes a 3. He looks to drive. His shot good.
He's strong.
I was just saying, Northwestern has never made the NCAA tournament.
He is so strong. Here comes Simpson again.
Simpson can't get it to go, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot too.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think it's amazing too, and I mentioned if he could play basketball at Northwestern, amazing they've never made the NCAA tournament up there. But they had a tough loss last night out South Florida Bulls. You saw Stan Heath's son,
big
Josh
win
Heath,
last night.
Win a state title. They had a win at Louisville last night. I think that gets them into the NCAA. as Simpson hits the free throw. The foul was on Sharp, and that was his second foul. Boy, both teams shooting pretty well. Again, 48% for Pinecrest. Lake Highland at 56%, but only 3 turnovers for the Panthers in the first half, 7 for the Highlanders.
Yeah.
The free throw is good.
I'll tell you who hasn't been real active for Lake Highland is Stokes, 25. Landon, he hurt us when we played him on the boards. He had double-digit rebounds and a couple putbacks, and you know, he's just kind of not been involved a whole lot.
So a 3-point lead again for Pinecrest. Henry will try a 3 way out. It's short.
Over the back.
And may have been over the back.
Yeah,
they're going to stay out of bounds.
At least they got the ball there and missed that.
Lake Highland Prep will have it. Nolting looked like may have gone over the back, but no call there. We have 9 team fouls on Pinecrest, 8 on Lake Highland Prep.
Yeah,
and the inbounds pass is thrown
I was just about to
away.
say I don't like the pressure, but then they get a turnover, so what do I know? That's why I'm sitting over here. I just don't like any chance you get Barry to get in the open court.
I guess the pressure is always kind of a double-edged sword. If it works for you, it works, but there are certain guys like Barry who can always find a way to beat it.
He's like a one-man press break. You know, I've been fortunate. I had a few guys like that, and you don't ever fear anybody pressing you. In fact, you kind of want them to.
Crawford now to Marcinkevichus. Henry swings it to Sharp. There's that 3 again. Boy,
Lined it up.
Almost made that one in and out. Hit that big one at the end of the quarter, almost out of bounds.
Stokes just cleared everybody out of the lane.
I think it's kind of like watching Tim Tebow throw a football. He's winding up, playing through with a shot there.
This is going up.
Barry's shot partially blocked, gets his own rebound, fouled, and how did he get that in? David Beckerman wanted a jump ball.
Wow.
Trying to tie up Barry. I don't know how he made that shot. Having a look at the replay. There's a replay on the big screen here at the Lakeland Center. He had his first shot blocked. I don't know. He's just heading down, just shoots it up. First foul on Marcinkevichus. And that's 10 team fouls now on Pinecrest. So 2 free throws the rest of the second quarter for Lake Highland Prep as Barry completes the 3-point play. He has 20. And we're tied again, 33 all. Let's start looking up the record for points in the state championship game.
Yeah.
And fouled at half court.
Bad
Henry.
foul.
Davis, yeah, that's a bad. That's his 3rd, and that's even worse because you're way out near half court.
Yeah, that's just not a smart foul.
Henry will shoot a 1-and-1. That's the 9th team foul on Lake Highland Prep, and Davis will check out probably definitely for the rest of the half, and Saxton back in.
Amazing, they've kept Klein on the bench the whole half here with the fouls, 2 fouls.
And Henry hits the first. He'll get a second, and Henry's having a big second quarter of his own. He has 10 in the quarter, now 12 in the game.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, he was a little quiet last night. Did end up with 11, but 7 of those in the fourth quarter, most of the line. They really had a balanced effort last night. The second free throw is good. He now has 13.
I remember he was an 8th grader on the team when we played them when Brandon was a freshman, I believe, or maybe in the next year when PK played him in the state championship. I think he was an 8th grader on that team and actually played some.
Barry out to Saxton. 3 left wing is good.
Nice shot by him.
Open 3, hits it. He has 5. Lake Highland Prep back up 1. Again, back and forth. Don't know how many ties and lead changes we've had, but got to be in the double digits.
Yeah, that's a good job of you know, that's his role, and he knocked that thing down.
Here's Henry now being guarded by Stokes. Henry now to the free throw line. In between defenders, lays it in again. Boy, nice move for Henry, who has 15 now.
Yeah, this is a nice matchup.
Forth.
This is going up right here. Oh.
Now Barry being guarded by Crawford. A minute to go in the quarter. Pinecrest
I
by
think he's
1.
going to send Sharp to go double here in a second, I would think. Ball screen.
Now around a screen. Barry will pull up, free throw line extended, no good.
Wow.
Dean tried to come in for the rebound. I think he got called for the foul. Did we get? Yep, we did get Nick Dean, and that's his 2nd foul. 10th team foul, so we'll have
It's double bonus.
Yep, free throws for Pinecrest with 50 seconds to go before the half. And it'll be Henry to shoot 2, and he is 2 for 4 at the line so far today. This is the 4A state championship game here on the FHSAA network for the Lakeland Center. Marty Paulman along with Olympia High School coach Mark Grisick, and we got a good one here. Henry hits the first one again, 16 for Henry. And on the other side, Joel Perry with 20 for Lake Highland Prep. Nice one-on-one matchup, really, between these two.
Something to look for later, too. On that last high ball screen, Pinecrest didn't do a very good job of guarding that. That may be something Jeff goes back to, because Joel got a clean shot off, nice look, and then he'll usually knock that down.
So a 3-point lead for Pinecrest. Saxton will inbound, and now Lake Highland Prep has it. We'll see if they hold it for a while or try to get a shot and play defense. Barry across half court. Now with 35 seconds left. Crawford's on Barry.
Looks like they may hold for the last shot maybe, or if he can get an advantage, he'll take it. They're doing a good job. They're not going to guard Dean out here on the perimeter. Henry's just playing kind of a one-man zone right there to take away, make it look like he can't come middle.
Barry now around Crawford, and Crawford with a reach-in foul, and that's his third.
Yeah, that's just not a smart foul. And, you know, did give Barry credit. He kind of baits him into doing that.
It looked like he was, and Crawford reached and finally got called for the foul.
Yeah. And, you know, kids just got to understand, you're not going to take the ball from Joel Barry. You know, you stay in front of him, move your feet.
Barry again with a free throw. He has 21, and not only that, he is now 7 for 7 at the free throw line.
Yeah, he looks good on
What does he not do well?
I don't know.
It's a 2-point lead, 39-37. Scoreboard says 40-36 here in the Lakeland Center, but it's 39-38 now with the second free throw. And so a 1-point lead, and now Pinecrest can hold for the last shot of the second quarter. Barry now 22 points, and he's going to check out for the last 15 seconds here.
That's a smart move. He's got 2 fouls. You'd hate to get a third one here.
Into Henry. Henry around Dean. Henry will, a nice pass underneath the Nolting, who lays it in.
That's just too easy. That was too easy.
9 for Nolting. This is Clayton.
Don't want to foul. Oh,
Saxton got an open 3. No good back of the rim, and that brings us to the end of a very competitive first half. Our score in the 4A state championship game. Good one for you here on the FHSAA network. It's Pinecrest 41 and Lake Highland Prep 38. Marty Paulman along with the coach Mark Grisick. It's halftime. We will take a break. We'll come back, give you the first half stats, tell you about our upcoming schedule of games. As, again, our score 41-38, Pinecrest leading Lake Highland Prep. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to the Lakeland Center, the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals here at the George Jenkins Arena. And our score at the half of the 4A State Championship game, it's the Pinecrest Panthers out of Fort Lauderdale 41, the Orlando Lake Highland Prep Highlanders 38. Marty Paulman along with the coach Mark Grisick rejoining you courtside in Lakeland. And boy, a good shooting first half for both teams as we'll take a look here at the first half stats. And again, Pinecrest shooting right at 50%, 15 for 30 in the first half. Give me an updated run here, but we'll go with this. 15 to 30, 3 of 10 from three-point range, 8 of 11 at the line, 4 assists, only 3 turnovers for the Panthers, 5 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive rebounds. And Lake Highland Prep shooting 52%, 11 to 21. They've hit 4 of 8 threes, 12 of 14 at the line. You think you'd be winning the game. They have 6 assists, 8 turnovers, and they do have 3 offensive and 13 defensive rebounds, but the 8 turnovers as opposed to Pinecrest 3 have been a bit of a problem. That's why Pinecrest has a 3-point lead.
Yeah, I think so. I think the 8 turnovers to 3, you know, that's 5 extra possessions right there for Pinecrest, and actually 2 extra possessions on the offensive rebounds. So, you know, they've done a good job of that. I think Pinecrest has got to feel pretty good when your leading scorer plays 3 minutes and you're up by 3 at the half. So we'll see if he can get a flow. Sometimes it's tough when you sit all that time to maybe get back in the flow of the game. So we'll see how Klein does.
Well, Calvin Klein didn't play at all in the second quarter. Got those 2 fouls the first 3 minutes of the game. Only had 2 points, but on the other side it was Travion Henry, 17 points, 6 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 6 at the line. He took over for Pinecrest. And Miles Nolting also with 9 points for the Panthers. On the Lake Highland Prep side, I mean, Joel Berry, 22 points. Not much you can say about that.
When you get 22 points on 8 shots, that's pretty impressive.
And 8 of 8 at the line. He hasn't missed a free throw. Also 4 rebounds, tied for the team lead. And the next leading scorer is B.J. Simpson with 6 points, 4 of those at the free throw line. So we are just about ready for the second half to crown a 4A state champion here for 2012. A reminder, tonight at 6 o'clock we'll have the 5A semifinals. Mike Rideout will have the call of that game along with Rick Bickford from Lake Nona High School in Orlando, the girls coach there, as it will be Terry Parker out of Jacksonville taking on Brooksville Nature Coast. And that should be a good one. Nature Coast coming in 29-1. And then tonight at around 7:30, 8 o'clock, we'll have American Heritage and Plantation. And Lake Wales should bring a big crowd there from a little bit south of here in Polk County.
Yeah, we have a nice crowd in here tonight for Lake Wales for sure.
#1 team in 5A according to SourceHoops.com. Lake Highland Prep was the #1 team in 4A. In fact, so far the first 3 state champs all were #1 coming into the playoffs. So Lake Highland Prep trying to keep that run going. Pinecrest was ranked 4th. And we know rankings don't mean a lot, but so far they've actually kind of gone.
Yeah, and I said that the ones are probably the favorites in every. Of course, 8A, the #1's knocked out, so that one's out the window for them. But the #1 teams are probably the favorites in all the classifications.
And in 8A, Hialeah Gardens at #2, the only ranked team left out of the 4 there, as Dr. Phillips was #1 in 8A. Then that pass in knocked away, stolen by Pinecrest. Here goes Henry, but he's called for the double dribble. So a turnover for Pinecrest, only the 4th of the game for the Panthers. As we start the second half, Lake Highland Prep will get it off a Pinecrest turnover. Coach David Beckerman, in his 19th year as a coach, 11 years as a coach in Connecticut, now his 8th year at Pinecrest, has developed quite a program down in Broward County, Fort Lauderdale. This is Crummett now off to Simpson, and Simpson tried to get it to Stokes. Ball knocked out of bounds off Pinecrest. It'll stay with
Looks like Pinecrest has gone to a little box and 1 here. They got Scarf or Sharp pretty much guarding Barry, and then everybody else kind of zoned up.
Inbounds pass to Crummett, top of the key, tries a 3. It comes a little bit short, and the ball out of bounds will stay with Lake Highland Prep.
They really need him to make that shot. Like they need some other guys to make some shots for him and you know, loosen that up.
So Simpson to inbound for the Highlanders and knocked out of bounds by Marcin Kevichus. Simpson was trying to get it in to Landon Stokes. Stokes, by the way, scoreless in this first half. Another guy you mentioned you thought would have a big game in the semifinals last night. He had 14 in the win over Godby.
Yeah.
Barry into Crummett.
Coming back to Barry. Yep.
Instead, Denzel Davis moves out. Now Simpson drives to the right wing. Down goes Henry. Simpson in between defenders, too strong. And a tip up and in by Landon Stokes. There's his first basket.
Got lucky there. Once again, Simpson maybe trying to do a little too much.
Stokes with his first basket, and now a turnover. Barry with a steal. There comes Barry. Barry. Oh, trying to spin move, and Sharp wanted to travel. We're going to have a foul, though, before that happened on Pinecrest. First foul, the second up will go on the Panthers.
Called that one on Henry.
It's his second. And one player with 3 fouls on Pinecrest, that's Crawford. Davis has 3 fouls for Lake Highland Prep. Simpson will inbound, and it ends up in the hands of Davis. Turnaround in the paint, doesn't go. But Stokes for the rebound. His putback is blocked by Nolting. Now a loose ball on the floor ends up in the hands of Klein. Here comes Calvin Klein now across half court. Henry had 17 points in the first half, leading Pinecrest.
They got a bad matchup here.
Sharp to the right wing, now to Klein left wing. Klein will now pull up. That's a 2 near top of the key. No good back rim. Rebounded by Simpson. Sharp took it away, but he's going to be called for the foul, reaching in on B.J. Simpson. That'll be the 3rd on Aaron Sharp. Second team foul, the second half on Pinecrest.
Aaron Sharp, his 3rd.
The bad matchup, where was the bad matchup?
Well, they had Landon on, they had Stokes on Henry, and then they had Joel was actually stuck on the big guy inside, which, you know, they can guard those guys down there, but I thought they should have tried to exploit Henry, you know, taking Stokes off the dribble a little bit.
Simpson now dribbles to the top of the key. He'll pull up, foul on extended jumper, in and out. No good. Rebounded by Henry.
Once
Henry.
Again.
Sharp undercut. Oh, did he lay? No, that's going to be before the shot. Yeah. He was undercut by Barry. You're right. Yeah. That would have been a little NBA continuation there. It was a nice idea by Sharp to flip it up, but Barry does pick up his 3rd foul. First team foul of the second half.
Once again, you got Simpson shooting down here. Just think you got to get some touches for Barry.
So Pinecrest inbounds, and Henry will look to throw it in. Does get it into Marcinkevichus, being guarded by Davis. Now in the corner, Sharp for 3. It's no good. Left side of the rim.
He's got the green light.
Simpson on a run out. The defense does get back. Simpson around defenders. He's able to lay it in. 8 for Simpson, and now Lake Highland Prep moves back ahead by 1, and Pinecrest is yet to score here in the 3rd quarter. Almost a double team now.
Across that up in a bad spot.
Klein lost it. Henry had it, and then it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Pinecrest. Looks like Lake Highland trying to turn up the defense a little bit here in the 3rd quarter after giving up 41 points in the first half.
Yeah, the problem with those long corner threes is everybody's flattened out, and if you miss it, it's a fast break waiting to happen.
Klein inside to Marcinkevichus. Hook around Stokes, hit the side of the backboard. No good. Followed by Nolting. No good. Loose ball. And Barry had it. Now he's on the run. 2 on 3. Barry, though, around defenders again. And every time it seems like, even though they're defenders, he's able to go up and draw the contact, and whether he makes the shot or not, he's going to go to the line.
Yep, he's just, you know, like I said, the comparison that comes to mind is Derrick Rose. I mean, he just gets in the lane and hangs and draws contact, gets fouled.
And Calvin Klein gets his 3rd foul. So it's the 3rd team foul on Pinecrest. Barry will shoot 2 again, and he hits it again. 23 for Barry, who has, we mentioned at the line, now 9 or 9. He's perfect at the line today as well, and it's a 2-point lead for Lake Highland Prep. And the second free throw is good as well. So 2 for 2 for Barry, 24 for Barry. It's a 3-point lead as Lake Highland Prep scored the first 6 points here in the second half. Crawford cross-court to Henry across the timeline. Now Henry will drive inside the free throw line. Right-handed floater, good for Henry.
That was too easy there. He's got such good body control.
19 for Henry, and Pinecrest back with the 1. Here's Simpson. He's up and under. His shot doesn't go. Rebound, though, putback's too strong by Stokes. And we'll have a foul. I think Stokes went over the back on the rebound. And that will be the second foul on Stokes. Second team foul in the second half on the Highlanders. Lake Highland Prep fans who are filling up one side of the arena here. There's a lot of students here. Don't like the call.
Yeah, Stokes just got frustrated because he missed the easy layup there on the rebound. Now Lake Highland's gone a little 1-3-1. Actually, a little nice pass.
Nice pass inside to Marcinkevichus, who scores. He has 5, and Pinecrest back up 1. Now Davis for 3 left wing. That was well short, looked flat, and a ball out of bounds.
Another foul on Stokes.
Oh, Stokes went over the back again. So that's his 3rd. He picks up
shoved him.
2 in a row. Now 3 team fouls for Lake Highland Prep, and now Jeff Turner is up on the official.
Well, he got away with one in the first half where I thought he shoved 2 guys down. So
coaches don't remember that, though, do they?
No, they don't.
They don't remember the ones they get away with. They just want all the calls. Here's Henry. Now across to Crawford. As we now approach 4 minutes to go, third quarter of this 4A state championship game. Pinecrest leading Lake Highland Prep by 1. Henry now across to Klein. He'll try a 3. It's way off. Too strong, but Crawford with a rebound. Now back to Henry. 3 top of the key for Henry. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Davis.
Had a good look.
Was a good look. Open. And now Simpson again looks to push. Pass in the corner. Barry saved it, and then Klein tipped it out of bounds. And it will be Lake Highland Prep ball when we return after our media timeout with 3:48 to go, third quarter. And Pinecrest has moved back ahead by 1, 45-44 as we continue to go back and forth. And then this 4A state championship game, Marty Palmer along with the coach Mark Rissick. And coach, you made it to this championship game with PK Young, with Olympia. As a coach, you know, their nerves, I'm sure they're nerves for you as well. I know the players are nervous, but when you get to this point, when you're in this game, is it just a little bit of adrenaline? You don't really think about the nerves at this point, or what are you focusing on?
The nerves are gone. Now you're just playing. You know, you're in the flow of the game, and you're trying to figure out what's happening. I know the thing that's so amazing for me, I've been fortunate to be here, it just goes so quick. I mean, you know, pretty soon you're back in the locker room, the game's over, and it's kind of like a blur. You know, I know my first year in 2001 when I made it, it just went by so fast. We lost in the semis, but you know, next thing, you know, we got off. You wait all week to get here, and you get here and you play, and all of a sudden it's over, and it just goes by so quick. But nerves are out the window now. We're just playing and you know, trying to make adjustments. You know, like I said, I just think the big thing is Lake Highland's just got to, you know, ride that horse, man. They got to get the ball to Barry and let him, you know, at least have a touch every possession down.
And Barry so far with 2 points at both of the line here in the third quarter. He has 24 in the game. As Simpson will look to inbound for Lake Highland Prep. He'll throw it deep to Denzel Davis. Now Crummett's open, 3 left wing. No good, back of the rim. Barrett, a rebound tipped around, and Klein comes up with a rebound.
Yeah, they need him to make that. I mean, that, you know, you hit that one in the first half, and they need somebody else to step up and make some shots.
Here's Crawford, Lance Crawford.
Man-to-man.
Pass tipped. Henry in the right corner will drive. Now Dwarson Kevich set taken away. Now knocked away again, and Davis will come up with a loose ball. And now to Barry. Again, the Highlanders can take the lead. Cross court to Crummett. Now Crummett inside and up and around. Stokes can't get it to go, but he's fouled, and Landon Stokes.
Nice strong move by Stokes.
He'll shoot 2 as the foul is on Will Graff, his third, 4th team foul. Shooting a little bit down this quarter. 2 of 8, 25% for Pinecrest. Lake Highland 2 of 10.
Both teams cooled off a little bit.
Kind of see that because it's kind of hard to continue shooting 50% for an entire game.
Yeah, I think the defense has gotten a little better too.
Free throw in and out for Stokes. Rebounds are 24-17 in favor of Lake Highland Prep. Offensive rebounds even, and Pinecrest still only 5 turnovers to go with 5 assists. Lake Highland with 9 turnovers and 6 assists. As Stokes will try to make the second free throw to tie the game again. And he makes that one. So 1 of 2 for Landon Stokes, who has 3 points. And we're tied 45-all.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is, you know, Pinecrest has got, you know, 4 more field goals than Lake Highland, but Lake Highland's living at the line.
There's Klein now to Crawford. To Henry, right wing. Henry will drive. The first layup was blocked by Davis, and then ball on the floor, fought for, and we have a jump ball.
Wow.
As Simpson was on the floor. Possession arrow will keep it with Pinecrest.
You know, it's interesting. I thought the first half the referees called it pretty tight. Now it seems like the second half they're really letting them play.
Well, last night it was the direct opposite for Pinecrest. As the first half the refs let them play. The second half Berkeley Prep picked up 7 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. Wow. They ended up having 3 players foul out of that game, and their top player, Justin Gray, got hurt a minute into the fourth quarter with an ankle injury, couldn't come back, and suffice to say Berkeley Prep couldn't find a lot of offense down the stretch as Pinecrest was able to roll and win by 13. So we see it both ways, it seems like sometimes.
Yeah.
I know as a coach I don't have to tell you anything about referees, as Henry.
Well, you know, you always just tell your players you just got to adjust, you know, to figure out what's going on. Sometimes it's hard, though.
Henry, nice cut by Klein, and he lays it in with the left hand.
That was a nice finish. That was a tough finish right there.
Klein cut into the basket. That's his second basket of the game.
Maybe that'll get him going a little bit. I thought he was pressing early in the second half, you know, after sitting out.
You want to do a little too much if you've been on the bench for a while, right? Simpson now at the free throw line. Spin move now across to Nick Dean for three in the corner. He hits it. Nick Dean's first basket. He's a junior, and it's a 1-point lead against Lake Highland Prep. Klein quickly the other way. Barry took it away in a jump ball. Possession arrow back to Lake Highland Prep as Joel Barry jumped in when Calvin Klein drove right on him and was able to tie him up.
You know, he just was indecisive there. If he makes a strong move there, maybe you pick up a fourth foul on Barry there. I think you needed to go at him.
So a 1-point lead, Lake Highland Prep with the ball. And we have a foul, or we have a stoppage. The referee's going to discuss something here.
Clock didn't start or something, maybe.
Clock showing 2:03 here in the Lakeland Center. And it looks like that is what the issue is. So we'll be back to action quickly as Davis inbounds to B.J. Simpson. Under 2 minutes here in the third quarter of the 4A state title game. Simpson drives in around a defender, called for the offensive foul.
Yeah.
Simpson again driving in a little bit out of control, picks up the charge, his third foul.
Yeah, I mean it's you know, and I love BJ, and you know, he's just gotta settle down and you know, not try to do so much.
So Pinecrest can retake the lead here as Henry being guarded by Nick Dean across half court. Now to Crawford. Simpson guarding Crawford. Now screen by Graff. Crawford inside the free throw line. Right-handed floater doesn't go. Rebound by Marcin Kevicius. Ball on the floor. We'll have a foul coming up on Lake Highland Prep. I think they got Nick Dean, and if that's the case, that's his third. And that is the foul. Third on Dean, 15 foul for Lake Highland Prep. Inbounds pass coming for Pinecrest.
You know, according to stats, Dean's hit 2 3-pointers on the season, so that one down there was his third one of the year.
We had another
pretty amazing.
We had another game. I think it was Tuesday where one kid was listed as not having one all year, and he hit a 3 down the stretch. We're thinking, is that right?
Yeah, that's well. When he even shot it, I was shocked. But you know, that's one of those yeah, good shot.
Yeah, all right, inbounds pass to Klein. Now cross court to Henry. Henry into Marcin Kevicius. Back to Henry. Long 3, deep right wing, no good. Klein though with a rebound. Back to Crawford. He's open for 3, and he hits it.
Yeah, we had a nice angle on that. That looked like it was going in.
And the first shot was way out. The second shot's a good shot. He's wide open.
Yeah.
Now here's Simpson driving again, up and under. Good drive, but he misses the shot short. And rebounded by Henry. Now Crawford's on a run out, and Crawford's going to lay it in. 7 for Crawford, and all of a sudden Pinecrest back up 4. Last minute of the third quarter, 52-48. Pinecrest leads it.
Yeah, here we go, spread. Just going to spread it for Joel, go 1-4 low.
Barry with Henry on him. Pinecrest fans on their feet, so are the Lake Highland Prep fans.
Yeah.
Simpson to the left wing. Now let's spread him out a little bit as Lake Highland may hold it here.
We're sort of doing a good job here of Henry's doing a good job. See, he's not trying to push up in him, not trying to pressure him. You know, that's what they made that mistake in the first half.
There's Barry again with Henry.
Be interesting to see if they give him a ball screen here or if they just let him go.
Under 20 seconds to go. 15 now. Henry on Joel Barry.
Count. That's 2 really good athletes there. We got a ball screen.
Screen. Barry falls down though to Davis with 5. He's going to throw it into the corner. Dean will try another 3 at the buzzer and almost made it. No good. Tip is in.
Good.
Simpson able to lob one up and in off the glass. Wow, David Beckerman says that was late.
No, I thought it was good.
It looked good.
I thought it was good. I thought the buzzer went off when the ball was in the air. I thought it was good.
Simpson with 10. Actually, pardon me, Barry's the one who tipped it. I could see Barry gets the basket. That gives him 26, and at the end of the third quarter,
wow,
the lead is 2 again That was actually Simpson. It looked to me like tipped it in, but
yeah, I was going to say Barry fell down out here.
Yeah.
If he got that tip in, that was great hustle on his part.
They may have to look at that and credit that to Simpson, as it's a 2-point lead to go to the fourth quarter. It's 52-50. Pinecrest leading Lake Highland Prep in this 4A state championship game. We'll take a break. We'll come back to Lakeland in just a moment on the FHSAA network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
All right, welcome back to the Lakeland Center as we head to the fourth quarter. Marty Paulman along with Coach Mark Grisick. And we have quite a ball game here in the 4A final, although it slowed down a little bit there in the third quarter. Pinecrest led at 41-38 at the half, so Lake Highland Prep did outscore the Panthers 12-11, but still only a 2-point game as we go to the fourth period. And they credited the tip in, and it looked like it beat the buzzer to Barry. I thought it was Simpson. I'm going to give it to Simpson, but either way, it's a 2-point game, and Lake Highland Prep hanging right in there. Both teams really playing good basketball.
No, what an outstanding game, first of all, and both teams are playing great basketball. And it's going to come down. This is going to be, who makes plays at the end. You got, Henry and Barry, two really good players. But I think someone else has got to make a play for both teams. You need somebody to step up and knock down a shot or two for Lake Highland, and the same thing for Pinecrest.
Well, as we start the fourth quarter, it will be Pinecrest ball. And in that third quarter, Pinecrest shooting 36%, 5 from 14. Lake Highland Prep 4 of 15, 27% for the game. Actually, they did credit that to Simpson. So Simpson with 10, Barry with 24. Henry out to Klein. That's a 2 for Klein.
Yeah, he's
short. Rebounded by Davis, and Klein 2 of 8 from the floor today.
Yeah, he's just not been in a real good flow.
And now Lake Highland Prep can tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3 again. Here's Simpson near half court.
Yeah, they're just kind of zoning up. They're kind of zoning up everybody and playing Barry man-to-man. They got Henry playing Barry. Need to make that, Denzel.
Davis 3 top of the key. It's in and out. A rebound to Pinecrest. Here comes Henry. Henry only had 2 points there in the third quarter as well. He does have 19 for the game. Miles Nolte with 9 points, 7 for Lance Crawford. He had 5 in the third quarter. And on the other side, we mentioned Simpson with 10, Barry with 24. Barry only had 2 points in the third as well, and 2 free throws.
They kind of.
And steals. Davis took it away, and then Davis lost it, but it's knocked out by Crawford. Again, David Beckerman is not one to not show emotion. He likes to put his hands on top of his head when he's incredulous.
Coach Beckerman's I don't know if you know this, he owns Starter.
Yeah, I did. In fact, I think he sold it, but we asked him that last night. I was like, obviously you don't do it for the money. You're okay. Yeah. So he just loves coaching basketball. He loves the kids, he said, and that's why he does it.
Yeah, that's cool, though.
It really is, and he's developed quite a program in Fort Lauderdale at Pinecrest. That passed way too high. And
Pinecrest has got them a little baffled with this box and one. It's almost like a little diamond in one almost. But they're guarding Barry man-to-man with Henry, which I think is a good move, and then everybody else is zoned up.
Crawford now across to Henry. Henry trying to pick up a foul, and he did at the free throw line. It's
going to be 4 on Dean.
Yeah, it's Nick Dean's 4th, and the 16th foul. Lake Highland Prep, 1 more foul, and we'll have the bonus, 101 bonus for Pinecrest, and Jeff Turner takes a timeout. So first timeout used by Lake Highland Prep. It's a 30-second timeout. Both teams with 4 timeouts left and 6:16 to go in a 2-point game. Good
timeout by Coach Turner. I think he's going to probably draw up, what they're doing, what Pinecrest is doing to them defensively there, and come up with some strategy on how they want to attack that.
Well, we have had a good ball game back and forth. It was a 2-point lead for Lake Highland Prep at the end of the first quarter. 20-18. Pinecrest led at the half by 3, 41-38, and Pinecrest leading it by 2, 52-50. Early in the fourth quarter. But you mentioned that story about David Beckerman, and he was asked about that, and yeah, he did. He started the company Starter. Obviously sold it for, but he said, when asked last night, he said, I do it for the pay, the teacher's pay. He was joking, but a little bit, obviously. But like he said, he loves coaching. And he coached in Connecticut for many years. He said it's all about the kids. And it's also, I guess, nice when you get a guy like Brandon Knight, not just a player, but a student and a person like Brandon Knight.
Yeah.
To really help put that program on the map down there.
Well, you know, none of us coaches do it for the money, that's for sure.
I know. Inside decline. And Marcinkevich's free throw line jumper is short.
Good hustle.
And out of bounds, Davis able to get it off of Klein. And I think more than anything, the question was, well, you really don't need to work, do you? You're doing pretty well, but he likes to be out here and coach basketball, and that's a good story as well.
That is.
So here's Barry across half court. Again, Lake Highland Prep down 2. No scoring so far in the fourth quarter. Kind of feel like both teams are kind of taking a little bit of a, maybe slowing down a bit here.
Yeah.
Energy's been very high throughout the game. Simpson into the corner. Here's Dean. Back to Simpson. Simpson now driving. Put under a nice pass to Stokes, who couldn't handle it, and it's taken away. Crawford comes up with a loose ball.
Yeah, Lake Highland looks a little baffled by the diamond in one or box in one, whatever you want to call it.
As here's Henry driving on the screen, up and under, nice move, lays it in. Henry with a underhanded layup, 21 for Henry. That's a 4-point lead for Pinecrest. 54-50.
They're going to zone it. They're going to come off this now. Oh, got to the lane.
Barry drives the shot short.
I thought he got fouled there.
3 Pinecrest players in front of Barry, and now Henry on the run out. Henry ran right into Dean, almost made a split foul, and now
it's call that. That's 4 on Barry.
It's interesting. I thought Dean was going to get the foul for one of him, and that would have been his 5th, and then Barry came up and got his 4th. So that is the 7th team foul on Lake Highland Prep, so a 1-on-1 for Travion Henry.
Yeah, I just upset. I thought Barry got fouled going to the hole down here, and you know, no call. But then we get the call down here on Barry when Dean is the one that actually fouled him first, I thought.
So Henry had the 1-on-1 with 4:49 to go, and the free throw is good. Henry now with 22, and he'll get a second free throw, and all of a sudden a 5-point lead. Pinecrest, a little bit of separation. In Lake Highland Prep. It's about the most we've had in this game.
That's true.
They
need Crummett to. He's putting Crummett in, and they really need him to maybe knock down a 3 here because he's going to be open.
And the second free throw for Henry is no good, back rim. But a rebound for Nolting, though Stokes ties him up. And the jump ball, the possession here will give it back to Lake Highland Prep, but
it still hurts. You know, that's as good as a turnover there when you get the offense, give up the offensive rebound on the free throw. You hate that as a coach.
So the jump ball gives it back to Lake Highland Prep, who hasn't scored in the first 3 minutes, 13 seconds of the fourth quarter. Now Simpson to Barry.
Yeah, I think Barry, we got to figure out a way to get Barry a shot here.
Yeah, only 2 points in the second half, both on the line. Now to Crummett. Davis swings it around to Simpson. Simpson will drive. Now between the leg dribble and almost traveled. Davis, as you saw it too. Almost too many steps. Simpson drives the baseline, and he has an open Stokes underneath, and Stokes lays it in.
Good pass. BJ was more under control there. That was a nice job.
And he picks up his 5th assist of the game. And it's a 3-point lead again for Pinecrest, 55-52 as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. This 4A state championship game at the Lakeland Center. And now spreading it out a little bit is Pinecrest. Crawford was guarded by Crummett. Now over to Henry.
Yeah, it's a little too early to pull it out. I'd let Henry go to work here.
Marcinkevichs just tries to screen. Henry instead cross court to Crawford. And now back to Klein.
They're being really patient here. They run it down another minute or so, you might think about it.
And Crummett.
You're in the 1-on-1.
Crawford around Crummett. Now to Klein, and Klein back out to Crawford. Open 3 top of the key.
Wow,
hit it.
That's a big one.
Second 3 and a half for Crawford. He was wide open.
Yeah, he was.
10 for Crawford. It's a 6-point lead, 58-52 for Pinecrest. Now Barry, and I mentioned this defense for Pinecrest has really confused Barry.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
Barry right into the defender, offensive foul, and he fouls out. Joel Berry is fouled out of the game. He runs right over Calvin Klein, who gets up with a smile on his face, and you can kind of see it coming. The two defenders stepped right in.
Yep.
Jeff Turner wants a timeout, but we're at the media timeout anyway with 3:07 left as Berry fouls out of the game with 24 points. Ooh. Looking at the monitor, the replay here at the Lakeland Center, I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tough call, man.
Joel Berry fouls out with 24 points, but he only had 2 in the second half, both at the free throw line after a great first half. And with 3:06 to go, it's a 58-52 lead for Pinecrest at our media timeout. Marty Paulman along with the head coach Olympia High School in Orlando, Mark Rissick. And right now, Coach, again, as a coach who's been here and been to the championship game, and a close game here at the end, what are you telling your team this late in the ball game?
Well, 2 things. You got, if you're Lake Highland here, you're telling your guys, hey guys, there's plenty of time, no need to panic. Just come out one possession at a time. You need to get a stop right here, and get your strategy going for that. We got plenty of timeouts left. If you're Pinecrest, obviously, we want to take a good shot. If they're going to let us run offense for a little while, then we'll run it down and, make them come out and foul us now.
Well, interesting how in the second half, we had a 41-38 game in the half. In the second half, we played almost 13 minutes, and Pinecrest has scored 17, Lake Highland Prep 14. So I think the defense, like you said, has really stepped up for both teams.
Stepped up, and you got to give Pinecrest credit. They've done a great job of only limiting Joel Berry to 2 points, if my calculations are right.
That's right, on 2 free throws. That's
2
correct.
free throws this half, and of course he's done for the game. So he had 22 at the half, and he's at 24 for the game. So
and now
that's the key.
If you're Jeff Turner, I mean, where do you go? You got B.J. Simpson, who is really the only other player in double figures.
Yeah, B.J. will be aggressive. He's going to go at him. It's a shame that Henderson's hurt. He would be the guy. Obviously, they'd be a much better team with him. I don't like this matchup. Yeah, they're going to come double and trap. It's a good move. Got to be aggressive here. I think it's about 30 seconds too early to take the air out of it. You can get a turnover here. Looks like they may, though. They got good guard play. They can probably do it. I like it with Henry. He traveled.
And he did travel. Turnover there.
Yeah, it's just a little too early. I think you got to keep attacking. Good job by Lake Highland of getting the trap there.
10th turnover of the game for Pinecrest. Lake Highland Prep has 14.
Need a bucket here.
Shooting in the second half, Pinecrest at 39%, 7 of 18. Lake Highland Prep 5 of 18, 28%, as Lake Highland Prep 41% for the game. Pinecrest at 46%. And again, the 14 turnovers for Lake Highland, 9. Down 10 for Pinecrest as Stokes fouled. As he drives in lane, and Stokes is going to shoot 2. Stokes has been quiet with 5 points. He does have 7 rebounds.
It's amazing to me, even when we played against these guys, B.J. Simpson has not driven left the entire game, and guys just can't figure it out. And my team was the same way. We talked about it before the game. He never goes left, and somehow he can go right.
Kind of funny that happens.
Oh, yeah.
At some point,
kids are kids.
2:17 to go. Stokes at the line to shoot 2.
Needs to get these.
That was the 4th foul on Calvin Klein. And the free throw in and out for Stokes. 15 foul on Pinecrest. There's still a couple of 2 fouls to give, or 1 more foul to give before the bonus for Lake Highland Prep, as we'll have Saxton coming back in for Lake Highland Prep. 2 points for Lake Highland Prep in this 4th quarter, and a little over 5.5 minutes, as the second free throw is good. Stokes hits 1 of 2. And it's 58-53, Pinecrest by 5.
Get a little full court pressure here from Lake Highland.
And Henry will try to inbound for the Panthers. And gets it into Marcin Kevicius. Now back to Henry. Henry around defenders across half court to Klein. Klein into Nolting. Nolting reverse layup. Oh, good. Good look. Rebound, though, by Nolting. Gets his own rebound. Now ball on the floor, out of bounds, and back to Lake Highland Prep. Good look that time for Pinecrest. They couldn't get it to go.
Wow. Still a lot of time in this game.
2:04 to go. And we still have over 2 minutes.
It's just a two possession game.
It's still a 5-point lead for Pinecrest, who's led most of the second half after a back and forth first half. Simpson to the right.
There he goes.
Simpson gets it underneath to Stokes, or that's Davis, pardon me, who's fouled. And Davis is going to shoot 2 more.
Foul number 50, Marcinkevicius.
Marcinkevicius gets his second foul. It's 16 fouls. So now the next foul will put Lake Highland Prep in the 1-on-1.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Henry just went over to Coach Beckerman, I think, and wanted to go. He wants to go man-to-man on the next possession. I think you'll see him switch defenses. They were in that zone, and 2 straight times Simpson got in there.
And the second free throw is short. Davis hit the first, rebounded by Nolting. It's a 4-point lead. Henry ran right over the defender. Oh, wow. Saxton or Crummett called for the foul right in front of Jeff Turner.
Wow.
Boy, I tell you what, it takes a lot to call a foul right in front of the other team's coach.
That was a tough call right there. I thought that was great defense.
And Crummett went down. It looked like Henry was bowling forward.
Yeah, I thought that was really good defense.
Well, 9th team foul at Lake Highland Prep, so 1-on-1 for Trevion Henry. And the first free throw, no good. Rebounded by Davis. So Lake Highland Prep can cut it to 1 or 2. 1:45 left. Simpson now over to Dean. Dean 3 right corner, no good. Back of the rim. Loose ball rebound out to Crummett.
Nice play by Simpson.
Saxton looked like he may have been fouled by Henry, no call. Yeah. And now we'll have a timeout by Jeff Turner. Jeff Turner looks like he's playing himself over there.
Yeah.
Like he's back in the NBA. He's exhausted. Got timeout. Lake Highland Prep now has 2 remaining. That's a 30-second timeout.
I don't think Jeff wanted to burn one there, but he felt it was a good timeout because he was in a little bit of trouble. But I really, from the look on his face, I don't think he wanted to burn one, but he had to save that possession.
No,
He'd like to hang on to it.
Something you said a minute ago, I was going to go back to. You mentioned Trevion Henry went to his coach and said, let's play man-to-man. Now, as a coach, I mean, you have a lot of players here that see something like, hey, we'll do this, and you say, all right, well.
When you got a senior who's been on your team since 8th grade,
listen to him.
You listen to that guy. And, I had a good group this year of seniors, and my son being one of them. And when they come over and say something, they want to do that. That's, you like that.
Yeah.
That's just them showing great leadership and saying, look, coach, let's go, man. They just scored twice in a row. It's a great job by him, actually.
This is the 4A state championship game as we will crown our 4th of 8 state champions today here at the Lakeland Center. We have 5A semis tonight, 6A, 7A, 8A semis Friday. As Simpson threw one up from 12 feet, and the shot missed everything, but the ball out of bounds off of Pinecrest. Tonight, the 5A semifinals. Tomorrow, the 6A, 7A, and 8A semis. And then on Saturday, we'll have the championship games in 5A, 6A, 7A, and 8A.
Basket. Oh, he was open.
Simpson into Davis.
They're confused.
Now back to Simpson.
They had him confused. I like Henry on Simpson. That's the problem with Barry out of the game now. Henry can guard him. He's a better defender.
Now around a screen by Stokes. He'll pull up for a 2. No good. Back on the rim. Rebounded by Henry. Now we approach a minute to go. Pass ahead to Marcinkevicius, and now Lake Highland Prep.
Wow.
Oh, they forced a turnover. Stokes able to pick it off, or Davis, pardon me, able to pick it off.
Another opportunity.
Simpson now pulls it back to Davis over the corner. Dean's open for 3. No, it's short. Loose ball out of bounds. Pinecrest ball.
Here's the thing. Dean's the one getting open for 3s, and he's the guy we said only made 2 all year. So.
And you're right. He's made 1, but he's missed the last 2.
He hit that one. Sometimes that's the kiss of death.
Because then they keep shooting.
Yeah.
Into Henry up the inbounds pass. Oh, and it's Dean trying to steal it, and he'll go into the table.
Good hustle.
Nearby. Almost a turnover, and now David Beckerman will like to settle it down a little bit. He'll take time out, and Pinecrest will have 3 timeouts to go. 38.5 seconds left and a 4-point lead. So now, boy, I was going to say it may be about time to foul. It's a 2-possession game, but Lake Highland forced 1 turnover. They almost got another one down here.
Well, I think what you do now, you got enough time that you wait. You say, okay, guys, we're gonna press in the backcourt. If they get it across, then we want to foul. But go ahead and try to get the steal or a 10-second call right here. But Coach Beckerman's going to get another ball handler in here. Get some of those bigs out of there. Get some guards in and handle the ball, and then some good free throw shooters hopefully. But next one's double bonus, so that takes a little pressure off.
38.5 seconds to go. You mentioned the foul situation. 16 fouls on Pinecrest, 9 on Lake Highland Prep. So Lake Highland Prep fouls. It'll be 2 free throws for Pinecrest the rest of the way. The right now possession arrow towards also the Pinecrest Panthers, who have really led most of the second half. The first half we went back and forth. We went back and forth for the first little bit of the third quarter, and Pinecrest really has led since, although the biggest lead of the game has been 6 points.
It's been a back and forth game, and just a great game.
It'll be Pinecrest ball here on the sideline. There are
if Highland can get a steal here and you know, get a bucket or something going, at least get the ball back here, it's still not over.
Inbounds pass for Lance Crawford. And we'll get it into Henry.
That's who you want to get it to.
Now Dean, is it on Dean or Crummett? It probably is going to be on Crummett, I believe. Dean would have been his 5th. It will be on Jackson Crummett, so that's his 2nd foul. So 2 free throws for Travion Henry, who just missed the front end of a 1-and-1 a little while ago. In fact, today at the line, he is 5 of 9, so a pretty good free throw shooting team. It's maybe the guy, like you said, you want to foul.
Yeah. No, he's the guy I'd like to have up there.
But he hits it. So he's a senior. There you go.
He's a senior. He's been here. He's been here.
23 points for Henry as he hits it. It's 59-54.
Is this his 5th Final Four? This would be his 5th Final Four?
Yeah, they've been here 6 years in a row. So he's been here every year of his career on the varsity team. 2nd free throw is good.
Yeah.
So, well, there you go. He nails him. 24 for Henry. It's a 6-point lead. And, a foul as Simpson tried to get it to go. And if he's fouled, he had a chance for a 3-point play if he made the shot. The foul is on Romas. Marcin Kevicius, his 7th team foul. So now Lake Highland's in the 1-on-1 with 32.3 to go. This will be 2 free throws for Simpson. It was 4 for 4 at the line today, 10 points. Simpson sets and shoots and rolls it in. 60-55. Lake Highland Prep down 5. They were the #1 team in 4A this year, 28-3 coming in. Pinecrest at number 4, ranked 4th at 23-7.
And they both have played a really strong schedule. Pinecrest played some really good teams as well.
Free throw rolls in again. Shooter's touch for Simpson. And a timeout called by Pinecrest. They'll have 2 remaining with 32.3 to go. You mentioned Pinecrest's schedule this year. Played North Broward Prep, lost to them. Lost to Hollywood Christian by 2. Middletown, New York by 2. Hialeah Gardens in the 8A semis, lost to by 1. And they played First Academy, Grandview Prep, University School.
Yeah, University School is very good team down there in South Florida. They've got some quality wins on there.
They actually lost to University School. Yeah, they beat University School during the season. And then they lost them the district championship by 13. Actually went on the road in the regional, beat University by 1 in the rematch in the regional semis.
And beat Monsignor Pace as well. You know, that's two really tough wins in the region.
They beat Sagemont by 11. That was a 3A finalist as well.
Yeah. Their region was tough. And coming out of there with University School and Pace all in that same region.
Lake Highland Prep, on the other hand, rolled through their regional. Closest game was Williston by 13.
Oh, they got him trapped.
And a steal by Dean. Dean missed the layup, but a foul. The shot doesn't go, but Dean's going to shoot 2. Boy.
Wow.
Another steal.
This is not over.
Not at all.
This is not over. He hits this, it's a 2-point game.
And that is it for Calvin Klein. He's fouled out.
The bad place to inbound it there. I mean, it caught him right under the basket. You know, one other thing we didn't talk about, you've got to tell your guys, the worst case scenario is we get a jump ball down here. The possession arrow is ours if you're Pinecrest. You know, so you don't need to burn a timeout. You necessarily, get tied up. At least we get the ball back.
Well, Dick Dean at the line with 3 points, first free throws of the day, and Calvin Klein is fouled out. The leading scorer for the Panthers on the season ends up with only 4 points, and he was in foul trouble most of the game. Miles Nolting checked back in.
He was never in the flow. The foul trouble got him. Like I said, I used to be the guy that sat him with 2 fouls, and I changed after the state championship game in 09. I sat a kid, and I thought it hurt him. Misses that first one.
And misses the first free throw. That's a big miss, although, again, if he makes one here, it's still a 1-possession game. as Pinecrest has been very shaky getting the ball in, and they've turned it over a couple times in a row as Dean hits the second. Now into Henry. Henry in trouble. Now will dribble through. Boy, good defense, but Henry gets around it. Now to Crawford. And now an open for Nolting. Oh, he lays it in and draws the foul. And Dean is fouled out. And that's the problem with that pressure. They dribbled through it, and there were 2 players open under the basket. The big guys were open, and Nolting lays it in.
Nice job by Crawford of finding him up there. I tell you what, Crawford's played a good game.
He has.
He hit the big 3 at the top that opened up the lead. He's been solid.
2 threes in the second half for Crawford. He has 10 points. He's a sophomore, and he is firing up the crowd right now. It's a 5-point lead with 20.2 to go, and Nolting can make it a 6-point lead as Saxton will check in for Nick Dean, who fouls out with 4 points.
Yeah, that was a big basket.
Of course, Joel Berry fouled out of this game a little over 3 minutes to go. As the free throw is good. 6-point lead again.
I'll tell you what, to their credit, though, Lake Highland has not gone away without Berry.
Davis will try a 3. It's no good, back rim. Rebound, loose ball on the floor, and tied up.
Pinecrest ball.
It is, so 10.6 to go, and Henry running out.
Maybe they called a timeout.
They did, they got a timeout.
Wow.
Trevion Henry was running to his sideline, and it's going to be Pinecrest ball as they use the timeout, and they have 1 remaining, but at this point, that doesn't matter. There's 10.6 to go. They have a 6-point lead with a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. It's about over here unless you can get a 5-second call on the inbound or a quick steal and a bucket and a timeout. You know, they've got Lake Highland's got 2 timeouts left.
Well, once again, we've seen today that Pinecrest, experience matters, doesn't it, if you get to this level? And in fact, the most experienced player of them all on this court, Trevion Henry, has had the biggest day with 24 points.
Yeah, Trey Henry's been big. I mean, he's done it all for them. He's their best defender. I thought he's done a really good job defensively. I thought when they switched to the boxing 1, that really upset Lake Highland a little bit and got some guys kind of uncomfortable, and they didn't do a good job they went away from Barry and like I said, limiting him to 2 points in the whole second half. That's the key.
So 10.6 seconds to go. Lance Crawford's going to try an inbound for Pinecrest, a 6-point lead for the Panthers. And to Scharf, and Scharf is fouled quickly. And with 9.3 to go, Scharf will go to the line.
Yeah, he hits 2 here. That about ices it.
Michael Saxton will pick up his first foul. And this will be 2 free throws for Scharf, who had 2 threes in the first quarter, hasn't scored since. But I tell you, if Pinecrest looks like they're going to win this game, David Beckerman's still working the officials. But if they win this game, I mean, this is probably a little bit of one of those instances where, you know, you won a couple state titles, you had a guy like Brandon Knight, but this is a team that's done it as a team. I mean, they are very good all around. They haven't had Brandon Knight, but here they are back about to win another state title.
Well, and give them credit. I mean, their leading scorer, you know, was in foul trouble the whole game, fouled out as well. I mean, so, you know, you look at it and say, well, Barry fouled out, but their guy didn't do much either, you know.
Scharf missed both. Simpson will try a 3. It's no good, and loose ball on the floor, out of bounds. They're going to say it's Lake Highland Prep ball, but at this point, it doesn't matter. There's 2 seconds left, and Pinecrest can start celebrating another state championship. That'll be the 3rd in 5 seasons for the Fort Lauderdale Pinecrest Panthers. Boy, Lake Highland Prep, great season for Jeff Turner's team. Got them all the way to the state championship game. First time in the semis in 28 years. And they're going to come up a little bit short of this championship game.
They'll be back. They'll be back.
They're getting almost everyone back.
They'll be back next year.
Crumit's 3, no good, and that's it. Pinecrest celebrates on the Lakeland Center floor another state championship. And there's somewhere in Detroit, maybe Brandon Knight watching this coverage somewhere, but the Pinecrest Panthers are state champs once again. The final this afternoon in our 4A state championship game, Pinecrest 63 and Lake Highland Prep 57. Congratulations to Pinecrest, state champs in 2012 once again, this time in Class 4A. And again, Lake Highland Prep season win at 28-4. They lose on their team. Well, they get everybody back really, except for Michael Saxton.
Yeah, they lose Saxton.
And then Simpson will be back. Barry, obviously, 2 more years. Clement was a freshman. Davis and Stokes are juniors, so expect to see them.
You know, it'd be interesting to see David Jean. I think is he a junior or senior?
David Jean is a senior.
Yeah, that's a shame. He was a starter for them last year, and like I said, had a serious knee injury in football. So they played without him all year. But they'll be back. They're going to have a really strong team, and Barry's going to be one of the best players in the state. Already is. So you know they'll next 2 years I would look for them to be here.
Now Pinecrest on the other hand, they will lose Trey Henry. They'll lose Aaron Sharp, Will Graff, and also Miles Nolting. And those guys in their career with 3 state, at least Henry ends his career with 3 state champions, playing on this varsity team as an 8th grader.
Outstanding. You know, outstanding job to Lake Highland Prep. They had a great season, and like I said, they will be back.
So Pinecrest at 24-7, your 4A state champion for 2012, the 3rd state title in 5 years for the school in Fort Lauderdale. Coach, good working with you. Enjoyed it.
Appreciate it.
Again soon.
Appreciate
That's Coach Mark Grissett of the Olympia Titans in Orlando. I'm Marty Paulman saying so long from Lakeland, our finalist 4A state championship game. Pinecrest 63, Lake Highland Prep 57. This has been a production of Play On Sports and the FHSAA Network. A reminder, if you like a DVD of this game or any game of the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals, go to FHSAAsports.com. Stay tuned now for the award ceremony, which you also can find on that DVD, and you'll see that live here on the FHSAA Network. So long for now from Lakeland.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
players, number 1, Calvin Klein. Number 2, Travion Henry. Number 3, Lance Crawford. Number 4, Ben Schechter. Number 5, Brandon Spencer. Number 10, Alan Sachs. Number 12, Peter Buckley. Number 14, Ryan Locke. Number 20, Aaron Schiller. Number 22, Will Grant. Number 23, Dimitri Harper. Number 33, Jordan Monshine. Number 34, Kyle Fitzsimmons. Number 42, Miles Nolte. Number 50, Rollins Marcin Kevicius. Manager Matt Douche. Manager Vivian Gupta. And athletic trainer Cameron Hillis. And now the Pine Crest Tigers will please come forward to accept their championship trophy. Presenting